Hello, hello, hello. I think we are live. Sorry, folks, that were just joining me and I cut you off. I was optimizing my video. I look like I was dropping frames. Anyone that wants to do live streaming, look into OBS. It's probably the easiest way for me personally that I've learned to do streaming. So, hey everyone, Chris, Thrift Shop Hustler, and I'm just checking to see if I'm dropping any frames. Drop frames means that like usually these videos have 30 frames a second, and when you're streaming sometimes the internet connection's not well and it'll look like I'm like doing the freaking robot thing like "Arr." But anyways, Chris, Thrift Shop Hustler here. Sorry I haven't been on lately. Life has been super crazy for me. I just got the storage unit, so I've been kind of working out of a storage unit. We are going to be moving soon. My car died. It's just been a mess, so bear with me. I wish I can do more videos for you guys because the knowledge is here, but I'm here. So I wanted to talk about what sold on eBay today. So welcoming everyone in the chat. If I'm sounding good, if I'm looking good, let me know. If I'm choppy or anything, I will wait for a second. Once again, I'm Chris, the Thrift Shop Hustler. Been reselling for pretty much almost 30 years. Started when I was a kid, selling baseball cards, comic books, action figures, and the like. I go to thrift shops and garage sales, and I find crap to sell on eBay. Thumbs up, Megan says. So we are good. So let's get into this. I don't want to waste everyone's time. It's Tuesday. It's the morning. It's AM here in the West Coast. I'm just outside of Los Angeles for those that don't know. And we have garage sales all year long. So picking here, if you're thinking about moving somewhere, you want to get out of the cold, Los Angeles, Southern California is an amazing place. It's a little expensive as far as taxes and property values and everything, but great place to live. Let me fix this little chat here. Paisley's here. I think I saw Deanna Dunlap, Red Seller. Let me just switch this to make sure that I'm getting... Oh, 19 Vintage is here too. Paisley. Wow, man, you guys are all here. All the awesome supporters. If you're new to the channel, please click the subscribe button. I do a lot of these kind of what sold on eBay videos. I'll be doing a lot more videos soon. I don't want to waste any more of your precious time, so we'll get right into it. What you see here is I bought a huge collection of DVDs. There was a box of books and a box of CDs. I was going through them. This happened to be a CD that went with a PlayStation 2 game, I want to say. So it was a whole box set. There was an audio CD that came with it, and I looked this up and it was going for good money, so I sold it for $14.99. I was literally pennies into this thing. So look out for video game soundtracks and stuff. Megan says she has subscribed with notifications. I really appreciate that. You'll get an email, a little ding on your phone sometimes and stuff like that. So I really appreciate your guys' time. So look out for any kind of audio CDs. Sometimes these don't have sleeves and they don't have barcodes, so you really can't scan them. You can do just a quick, simple, quick search on a title and find out if stuff's worth your time. Next up, we have this Dodger bobblehead. I wanted to show this because this weekend my goal was to list 100 listings on Saturday, and I was just going through the house looking for just stuff to sell. And it's kind of funny, I'd find all these little things that I didn't even realize I had. And for a tip for a beginner, where I'm at right here, tip for a beginner is if you guys don't know what to sell, sell what you're familiar with. Grab some knickknack off the shelf, see what it's worth. If you don't want it anymore, start from there. I found this like in a box of like Dodger stuff, and I listed all the Dodger stuff. This sold right away. I think I took a best offer for $10 shipped. Was in California, so you know, something that I probably got for free a long time ago, made a few dollars on. But if you do this enough, that money adds up. Like literally, you can find, for me, I can probably find 100 things around the house that are worth $10 that I can sell that are small. So also, if you're starting out, look at small things to look at because they're easier to ship. So yeah, took a best offer for $10. Was one of those random things. This stuff adds up, folks, over the course of a week or a month. Next up, we have these authentic Automo blocks, and these are actually cool. They're about the size, they're not Hot Wheels size, they're a little bigger. They're kind of like wooden block toys, and I didn't know anything about this, and I've been big into cars my whole life as far as like toys and things. I've never heard of these. I think my son was a little bit older for these. And when I posted this on Instagram, I heard that a lot of people love these things. So I guess it's a big deal in certain circles, especially with young children. They're cool because I think they're like Lego-ish. They come apart and they're wooden and they're kind of push them around like a track. And I went to my secondhand shop that I go to all the time, at least 3 or 4 times a week, and they had a box of stuff. I started pulling these out. I put them in a little lot. I said, "Will you take $8 for that?" They said yes. I brought them home because they didn't even look cool. I didn't even look it up. They just looked cool. And so I found out that some of these are worth a pretty good amount of money. The lots go for around $39.99. So, anyways, I did not free shipping. I did $11.99 shipping. I'm starting to do like everything that's over a pound. I'll charge shipping for. It just makes sense. Someone bought this $39.99 plus $11.99 shipping, and hopefully they will enjoy these because I had no idea. Treasure and Find says, are they related to Broken Bach car sets? I don't know what that is, and so like I don't know, maybe. These just look cool, so they were all in a box of Legos and stuff like that, so I kind of like separated all the Legos and then separated these and separated the trash, and then it was like, hey, we take $8 for this box of these cars, and sure enough, they're worth good money. So that was a good little flip on that. Do your research for sure. Next up, we have this Disney Funko Mystery Mini Inside Out Rainbow Unicorn. Now, this is kind of funny. Now, the reason why I'm kind of showing you guys this kind of stuff is I want to show you, or at least kind of let you know that for me, I have these little like toys around the house. And they're things that I collected that they were in a blind box. You buy them for like $7.99 at Hot Topic. You open them up. There's a set, and some of them are worth. I didn't realize that this was actually a hard one to find. I want to say I took a best offer on this for $18, and this was part of the 100 listing lot. Now, I must preface this by saying that I didn't make the 100. I only got up to, I want to say 80, because I started at 3 something and I was trying to go to 500 listings on Saturday, and I got up to like 460 something. So anyways, this was part of the 100. I didn't realize what I had. This was something that was just sitting there and collecting dust. I got $18 for something that was just sitting around it collecting dust. Like I said, if you do this daily, this stuff adds up. Treasure Find says, I'll also look for Loot Crate stuff. Yeah, I want to give you guys a pro tip on Loot Crate stuff. Goodwill, you'll find Loot Crates in Goodwill, and sometimes they literally save them and they just collect all the stuff in them. My Goodwill will put all the Loot Crate stuff in one Loot Crate box and then sell the whole box for $7. There's some Loot Crate exclusives like keychains, pins, shirts and stuff like that, and also like little cosplay things and little figures that are worth a good amount of money. So Treasure and Find, you are absolutely right. Loot Crate is definitely something to look out for. Even retail, even online arbitrage. If you go to eBay or if you go to shopgoodwill.com, sometimes you can find huge lots of just Loot Crate stuff. Usually the collectors will take the shirts out and usually the Funko Pop, and then they'll sell the rest. And if you collect enough of that stuff, you can lot it up. And I've pieced plenty of things out in the past from that. So anyways, I want to show you guys this Funko Mystery Minis. They're like this small. They're little figures. And it was just something I came across. And that's the main reason why I wanted to show you guys this today. Next up, we got Jacko DVD. This is a horror classic, cult classic. This is a rare DVD. I want to say I took a best offer for $22 on this. This was part of the 1200 DVD collection, which I'm still selling. I'll be selling that for a year to come. Look out for vintage-ish horror movies and things like that. They are worth a pretty good amount of money. Like I said, do your research. If you have a fast smartphone, you can scan the things and you could find out real quick if it's worth anything or not. But, also, if you want to do research on DVDs, just on eBay, search DVD OOP, which means out of production. you can see, and then sort by highest, you'll see what are some of the most rarest DVDs to find. DVDs have become my niche for the last couple months. I've been doing tons of research. I've been selling tons of DVDs. Out of those 1,200, I've only listed maybe about 300, and those were literally all the cherry picked ones. I still got a lot of stuff to go through. I'll be selling the bulk lot of that through Craigslist and personal sales. So I wanted to show you guys this because DVDs are still a good moneymaker. I can't tell you how many times I've found out of print DVDs at Goodwill and stuff like that. But with Goodwill, here's a pro tip: make sure you open the box, make sure the right DVD's in there, and flip it upside down to make sure it's not scratched to hell. Now, here's the thing. Here's another pro tip for you guys. If you happen to find a video game or a DVD that is a high value DVD or a video game and it's scratched, there are services on eBay where it costs like $2 or $3 to send it in and get it resurfaced, which will make it like new. Some scratches are harder to do, some are not. I would definitely highly suggest, making a note in that in your description just to be safe, saying that it's been refurbished, and try to test all discs when you can. That's definitely a pro tip. What I do with some of my rare stuff that's all scratched to hell is over a certain amount of time, I'll collect them, I'll put them in a box, and then once I have like maybe 8 or 10, that's when I go to those services. I haven't invested in a resurfacer yet. For me, it's not really feasible right now, especially for the Eco Pro 2. I think they're like between $800 and $1,200. There's cheaper versions, and I know people love those. They're like $150 to $200. But yeah. So treasure and finds by. Thanks for showing up. We're gonna get into the next thing real quick here. Android minifigure. I do a bunch of art, and this might look factory and everything, but this is something that I hand painted with an airbrush and stencils. That's why it looks so clean. I had a lot of this stuff put away, so I started pulling things out when I was doing my 100 listings. And this is an Android figure. It's about 3 inches tall. These are really collectible. If you see this type of figure out and about and they're a reasonable good price, pick them up. Some of them are worth a pretty good amount of money. The majority of them are going to be worth anywhere between $5 and $10, but there's some really rare ones that are worth into the hundreds. And so look out for Android minifigures, especially if they're in their boxes and they're brand new. So that is also another tip to look out for. But anyways, I took a best offer for $34.99. I had this sitting around for 2 or 3 years, and I was just like, I just want to get rid of it. So some awesome person bought it, like literally like 3 hours after I posted it. It has to do with Bitcoin and stuff like that. It's a BitPay. It's a kind of like a bank account for Bitcoin. And so Bitcoin is super popular right now. Don't get me started into that. I'm going to cry because I sold all my Bitcoin when it was only like $300, and now it's worth about $2,800 a Bitcoin. So we got this Lego movie. I swear, I don't know what it's been, but the Lego gods have been like in my favor the last couple months. I can't tell you how many times I find Legos now for incredible prices. There's a lady that calls me every time she gets Legos into her shop. I go over there, I just buy the whole box and go through them. That's a labor-intensive process for sure. I don't suggest it for everyone. It's not for everyone to dig through tons of Legos and separating them out. I have a Lego video. I'm going to post a link above if you're watching this on the back end. Anyways, this was complete pretty much. I always say that these are missing pieces because I don't know. This thing looked pretty complete to me, but I was not going to ever list something like this as complete. I took a best offer for this on, I think it was like $17. It was local California. That's another thing. I always like to take best offers for a little less that are in my same state, because even if they're priority, they cost literally nothing to ship. So this one happened to be 15 ounces, so it was just under priority status. So it was nice. I actually made good money on this because I literally think I was pennies into this set, to believe it or not. Also, I can't get rid of these. I cannot get rid of these. As far as like I've sold these, I keep going to this one shop, and these things keep popping up. These Energizer Bunny things. And I don't know what it is, if there's some like secret black hole where these are falling out of the sky from 1998, but I sold another one. All right. So in the shop, I've seen about four of these. I bought number one and number two, which you see in this photo. Those sold for about $74.99 before. The third one I passed up on about a few weeks later. And then number four, I just found another one that was mint in bag. So I just used the same listing because it's pretty much the same thing. And it sold, I think I took a best offer for $59.99 plus shipping. This one will ship UPS. I'm going to open up the floor for questions. You guys got a couple minutes for questions. I really appreciate you being here. I hope you learned a little something. If you have any questions, please type them in the chat below, and we'll see if we have any questions. Yeah, if you guys haven't subscribed to me, please click the subscribe button. Click the like button if you learned anything new. I know I talked about shopgoodwill.com as a great place to find online arbitrage, especially some things that aren't that are rare and stuff like that. And I don't think we have any questions, so I think we're gonna wrap this one up. Once again, guys, I'm Chris, the Thrift Shop Hustler. Please click the subscribe button, and if you have any questions about any of the merch that you have seen or any of the toys or stuff, leave a comment below. Leave a comment below if you've seen any of this kind of stuff, or if you see actually, we got one question from Doreen Hogan. How do you decide on your listing prices? Listing prices are usually are usually compiled on comps. So I'll go and I'll look to see like what is sold, what dates they are sold, and I kind of drop it a little bit, especially if I got the prices low. Yes, definitely smash the like button, Megan. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. So Doreen, yeah, even stuff. Now here's the thing. Like that's kind of a trick question. How do you decide your listing prices? Because the trick question is sometimes things don't have comps, and that's when things get really crazy. And so if something doesn't have comps and I know it's rare, I have this theory. It's called the high-low theory. Those that are familiar with the channel know about the high-low theory. Let's say you buy something collectible, there's no comps, you don't know what's what, and so I'll start a price very high, crazy high, and then eventually I will bring it down, and you'll find the sweet spot. So like a collectible that I think is worth $100, I'll put it at 100, and then you could see from best offers where that price is going to be. So listing prices is definitely tricky. We also have another question here. Stephanie says, what's your average sale price? I have no idea. I know I can look that up. I do this part-time. This isn't a full-time job, so numbers really isn't a big thing to me as far as like, oh, I got to know what my average sale price is. I don't. This is part-time. I do this for fun. A lot of my stuff, I would say, that you guys seen here go for between $8 and $15. I do sell high-end stuff from time to time, and so it fluctuates. But I would say my average price, if I was to guess, is anywhere between $12 and $15. And that's just an educated guess based on recent stuff. And like I said, I do this part-time. I want to keep this fun and exciting. I don't want to do this full-time. I love my job. Those that are familiar with the channel know about what I do for a living. And as long as I love my job and everything's good there, I don't want to do this part-time. Though I would love to do this full-time. Reselling is amazing, especially the treasure hunt and everything like that. So I am babbling on. Once again, thank you guys for showing up. Click the like button if you enjoyed this, and I will see you guys later. Thank you for watching. I appreciate your time.